So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In his book Inside the Mind of Man, renowned German philosopher and revolutionary socialist Karl Marx said, "Help a rich man and have a debt forever owed, but help a poor man and make yourself an enemy." Okay, come close. Karl Marx didn't say that, and that book doesn't exist. I made that up. And I did because a number of events have drawn me to that conclusion. I came across this video, a new video of the Happy Boys some days back. And as I did, I told myself that I was going to make a video on this topic because it is so relatable. Each and every one of us has either been a victim or a perpetrator. So let me tell us the whole story. But before I do, if you're new here, seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching from the window, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up already, or you begin to give a thumbs up. Kia. Drop your comments down in the comment section as we relate, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. Don't also forget to join our powerful storytelling masterclass. If you want to perfect the act of storytelling, know how to keep people glued and have them spellbound, improve your content creation journey, and basically do what I do and even do it better, then I'll leave the link to that masterclass down in the description box and pin in the comment section as well. Let us get on with the story. Sometime in 2022, Matthew Precious Kelechi and Amoko Johnson, better known as the Happy Boys or the Chicken Republic Boys, were just security guards in one of Nigeria's biggest fast food chains. Now, when I say security guards, please do not have a bloated imagination of their position. I do not mean uniformed officers who are armed, ensuring the safety of a place. No. Just as drivers are called pilots in Nigeria, security officer is just a fancy name. They were just in charge of opening and shutting the doors as people came in and out of the eatery. It was the basicest of jobs, pure unskilled labor, reserved for people that have little or no education, at best a secondary school leaving certificate holder. It entails them being on their feet all day, and the wages are so poor, so unimaginably terrible, that most times they have to resort to soliciting for tips from people coming in and out. Big auntie, show your boy love now. Chairman, your boy is loyal. And sometimes out of pity, when people look at them and see that they are a picture of penury, you find people dip their hands in their pockets and hand them over some little change. So these boys had no education. They were obviously from indigent homes. They had a not so flattering job and a pretty minimal standard of living. They had no pots to piss in. I'm emphasizing on this because it is very important in this story to get a full picture of the kind of lives that these boys lived before what happened. That way you'll be able to fully grasp the progression of things. So on this fateful day, very fateful day, a video made it out showing these boys dancing on duty, still on their work uniforms, right inside the Chicken Republic eatery. They were entertaining customers while performing their duty, and that video soon spread and became viral. While some people enjoyed seeing the display of joy and passion being exhibited, I for one, if I were a customer, I absolutely would not mind. I love seeing people happy. I love seeing people boisterous. And I'm very drawn and attracted to excited people. So I personally would enjoy that display, and I would even give a tip. But people differ. Some others considered it unethical and unsuited. They didn't want all those paparazzi. They believed that if I come to an eatery to have a meal, I want some peace and I want some quiet. I didn't go to a nightclub. Don't disturb me. So as this debate went on social media, the Happy Boys, as we would eventually come to know them, came out to announce that they had been sacked by Chicken Republic.
Afana,
I did, Mama.
What's up now? I don't know they don't work today.
Nobody don't sack us.
Chile, why now?
They say that because of the dance we go viral, Baba.
You
work full month. You work full month, so they don't want to pay us.
Like this now, no one pay on our salary.
They don't want to pay us. They just run around.
Now
you know, go still stop us. No, no, they bring us near entertainment.
Sure, now that one I really matter.
Drop another one we go back.
Sure, now happiness is free now. Happiness is free.
That's why they call us happy boys.
Happy boys.
We are always happy. We are always happy. They like make them see our whole salary, make them whole land.
I swear.
Still they happy.
I swear.
So
you need a blood.
We go release another one we go bad.
I swear.
And a lot of people were not happy with Chicken Republic because they believed that that was a gesture of passion that should even be rewarded rather than being punished. But Chicken Republic came out to refute that claim very strongly. They said, I'll read from my system, pardon my eyes lowered. We have followed up with the security company. Of course, Chicken Republic is a big brand. They wouldn't employ people at that level, staff at that level directly, right? They will use a recruitment agency. Most times that's what big firms do. So they said that they have followed up with the security company who are direct employers of those boys. And they have assured us that the security guards have not been fired. They have been paid their dues and they have been offered some retraining. As a company, Chicken Republic encourages all staff to have fun at work, and this is evident in the multiple songs, dances, and the nice chants that you would often hear in our stores while you are patronizing them. The statement read. Now that this whole thing has unraveled, it causes me to wonder whether this whole sack thing was a ploy, whether this whole thing was scripted from the onset, from the get-go, to generate attention and pity. Because Caleb, who later became their manager, who was responsible for filming that act, admitted to having been the one to send those videos to blogs and post them all over the internet. It's not like it was a case of a customer that just captured the moment and, you know, spread the tape inadvertently. It was planned. So after this whole thing happened, the boys didn't go back to work. But we will still find them go in front of Chicken Republic and do their signature bomb dance and say, oh yes, we have been sacked, but our joy will not stop. We are still happy. And, you know, throw up such sensationalism. And so promises began coming. Some genuine, some audio promises. You know how these things can be. People can make very impulsive promises in the heat of the moment. So promises were coming here and there. Even Osai's success, the special assistant to the Delta State governor, offered them an instant government job. But one man's offer stood out. The offer of Apostle Chibuzor Chinyere, the general overseer of the Omega Power Ministries Church, the OPM, in Port Harcourt. Daddy G.O. took to his Facebook account to say, these boys are too young to be working as security personnel. Anyone with their contacts, I am giving scholarship to school overseas. At the mention of overseas, at the mention, the thought of abroad, the boys were so excited. They forsaked every other offer and went with Daddy G.O.'s. So they left Abia State, where this whole thing unfolded, and traveled all the way to River State to meet with the apostle. I will not forget in a hurry the video they posted of themselves when they arrived at the apostles' mansions. Oh, they were looking like people that were just dropped in heaven. They were just going around, you know, making videos and posing with his cars. So with immediate effect, the apostle had their passports processed because they didn't even have, who dash monkey banana, they didn't even have passports, international passports. So he had their passports processed. He secured admission for them. He made all the travel arrangements, not only for them, not only for the both of them, but even included Caleb, their manager, the person that shot the video. He offered overseas education to all three of them.
My name is Caleb. I'm Caleb from Imo State. I'm here to thank Daddy Gio. He just added me to their scholarship to Canada because I was the person behind their dance moves and that went by. I'm actually the manager. Yes, we came then. I begged him. Then he asked me to join them. So now I'm so grateful and I'm happy as well. So all thanks to Daddy. As you can see, we're outside. not only us going to other countries, but our fellow youth and age mates are going as well. As you can see, about 40 of them are going with us, so we are really grateful and we are thanking Daddy from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate him and things have been doing for us.
They were to study business administration at the University of Cyprus. I recall very vividly also the day they left. I remember pictures of the apostle holding them in this proud dad moment, and how they knelt down and he laid his hands on them and blessed their journey. And Apostle Chibuzor excitedly took to social media to announce that his new sons have left for Cyprus to go study. And we were also very excited for the apostles' benevolence. Very shortly after they left, we began to see glowed up pictures of the boys looking so good. They had changed. Their dressing was Nollywood standard. Their skin popping. It was a very good sight to see. But trouble began about 6 to 9 months after these boys left for Cyprus. They took to Instagram Live to bemoan their present state, accusing the apostle of abandoning them. They were like, the apostle stopped sending money. They don't have money for food. They don't have money for rent. They don't have money to survive. They're sleeping out in the cold. They said, after so many texts without getting replies back from Papa OPM, promising us 100% scholarship through the years of our schooling, after supporting us for the first 6 months here in Cyprus, which we are forever grateful and thankful to Papa, after asking us to wait for another 6 months before he can continue with his scholarship, as he said that due to the rise in dollar, we listened and waited. We became confused, waited without getting any support. Everyone on the scholarship dropped out, while some who came from rich homes continued schooling. This is 9 months now. We have been surviving by ourselves, doing so many dirty jobs to get money because we can't call our family. Bills and rent became so hard for us to pay, even feeding. Most nights we slept on the streets in the cold weather while sending him proof, videos and texts without getting any human sympathy from him who sent us here. So they said that they had to update their fans of what was happening. So this live video of the Chicken Republic boys coming out with their challenges and sort of calling the apostle out was sent to the apostle, and of course he was not happy. He felt bad that the boys would bring the issue to social media and have his name tarnished. He released a statement saying that it hasn't been easy for him carrying out all of these charitable commitments, especially in the face of the collapsing economy and the rise in FX. He has free schools, he has a free specialist hospital, and he has a free skill acquisition center. In addition, according to him, he is sponsoring up to 4,000 people in institutions abroad. He said, because of the dollar rate, which became a heavy financial burden on me in paying school fees for over 4,000 persons on my scholarship program, I stopped funding to wait and see if the dollar will come down. I also communicated to every parent and gave them options, either to return to Nigeria and continue their studies or to go to Benin Republic. Now, because of God and as a father, I have decided to forgive happy boys on whatever thing they posted against me and the church. On this note, I have decided to restore their scholarship to continue in any university in Nigeria or university in Benin Republic. So he offered them to come back home and that he was going to continue their scholarship program, but this time in Nigeria or the neighboring Benin Republic, not in Europe anymore. Now at this point, let us hold a brief discussion and I'll need your contributions down in the comment section. It's good to admit that a man at Pastor Chibuzor's level or Apostle Chibuzor's level, with the kind of charitable works that he's engaged in, would definitely have a lot on his hands and a lot in his plates. So it's possible that he had good intentions, but possibly got overwhelmed by the many commitments that he was handling at the same time. And truly, the economy was not helping at that time. But I still believe that there are some things that he should have done differently or better. First, I believe that instead of just automatically offering a broad scholarship online without first meeting with the boys, understanding their strengths, appraising their interests, very importantly, because interest drives success. It's difficult for someone to be very successful in something that he has no interest in. Check their foundation and analyze their skill set. Can they really go to school, like university, college? Do they have the requisite foundation for that? I mean, one of them cannot even speak English correctly, can't even write a complete sentence in grade 2 lexis and structure. No jobs. That's just the fact.
So what do you want to go and study there?
In Canada.
What do you want to go and study? What course do you want to study?
Okay, I study business administration.
Okay, you're going to Cyprus, not Canada.
So sending such a person to go and study in university may not have been the best at that time. He may not have been even understanding or hearing what the lecturer is saying. I believe that it would have been a better approach if he had sat with them, asked them questions, what they can do, what they want to do. Do they want to learn a skill? Do they want to start a business? Rather than an automatic university admission for someone that can barely read or write. And worse, someone that even has no zeal to study or learn how to. Secondly, it may not be erroneous to assume that the apostle acted rather impulsively in the heat of the moment. Just like during church bazaar, church harvest. And they're asking, who is going to give us 1 million here? 1 million. And everybody's looking to see that big man that can give 1 million. And your father just stands up. On behalf of my beautiful wife here, my amazing children here, and my humble self, Chief Ononako hereby donates the sum of 1 million naira for the church building project. And in the wife's mind, she's like, because she knows that Ibube's school fees has not been paid. And house rent is coming. And everybody is giving a rousing applause. Clap for bag, 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 bag. That is feeling good. But when daddy goes home in the shower, as water is pouring his head, he's like, oh God, what have I done? And every time his phone rings, open mapu, his heart skips. And he's getting text messages every day. Sir, we await you to come and redeem your pledge. Pledge, he cannot redeem again. So it's very important that we are mindful of making fancy promises, lofty promises in the heat of the moment. It's good with first to financial planning and cost analysis, giving room for possible stretches, fluctuation and price changes, and then make a practical, sustainable commitment. Apostle Chi was already carrying so much. I do not know how much thought he put to it before he made that announcement, because it wasn't even up to a year before it became impossible for him to carry it or continue with it. And for the happy boys, I understand that shattered expectation of thinking that abroad is heaven, paradise, and coming to the abroad and seeing those dreams shattered. The frustration of feeling abandoned by a benefactor who made a commitment, a promise to see you through something. And I also acknowledge the harsh reality of feeling abandoned in a faraway country where you do not know anyone, where employment opportunities are very limited, and even the skill sets for those employment opportunities are not even available. So it is frustrating. And then midway into what you felt was your breakthrough, the benefactor is now telling you to come back to Nigeria, to come back. And to that, the boys say that they are not coming back.
For me, I know they come back Nigeria. And you won't come back.
I know they come back Nigeria.
I know they come back.
Why they come back?
But having considered those, I still believe that they should have handled the situation a bit differently. They should have done everything, their utmost, to find alternative means of surviving. Legitimate means, of course. What if the man had passed? What if there are people that got promised something and midway the benefactors died? What would you do? Would you go after the ghost to redeem the pledge? Even biological parents sometimes send their children to school and midway they are unable to carry out their financial commitment or responsibilities. And children drop out from school their biological parents sent them to. So if it was their biological parents that sent them to school, will they take to social media to call their parents out? The man did something that their parents were incapable of doing. So I believe that they should have tightened their belts in whatever way they could and hustle. After all, it's not some of our brothers that enter Europe through the sea, through Libya, Agadez, and the Mediterranean. So at that point, they should have had a paradigm shift in reasoning and just imagine that, okay, this man's path in our future, in our life, is to send us abroad, to bring us out of Nigeria. Let us take our future into our own hands and continue the job. Take on menial jobs. Forget big boy, forget shining. That one can come later. If it's to wash plate, barb hair, whatever you can do, I believe that they should have done so much more to survive and sustain themselves there. And if the apostle sees that, these boys are doing, they're trying, if things get better, you might then find him stepping in once again to continue. But calling him out on social media, what do you think about that? So while we deliberated on what both parties could have done differently and should have done differently, some things happened that made people change their minds completely about blaming Apostle Chibuzor and began seeing the Happy Boys in an entirely different light. Now, these boys, that first publication they had, we could pass it off as, they were bringing their frustrations online to see whether they could get help, to, they were frustrated and they were just trying to let the world know that they're stranded. Maybe that could even be excused. But then these boys went on a full-blown smear campaign against the apostle. They went on a full-scale personal vendetta to tarnish the image of their former benefactor. Next thing, these boys, these Chicken Republic boys, took to Instagram to accuse the man of God of being fetish and diabolical. That he hides behind helping people. He was hiding behind helping them to steal their star and their luck. Star? Which star? Star care. When you were in Abia State, opening door from morning to night for 10,000 naira, you didn't know that you had star. You were not using your star then. Now somebody came to offer financial assistance to you and you're assuming that he had ulterior motives for doing that he was trying to steal your destiny. In fact, they started attributing their growth and their success and everything they were doing in Cyprus to their own talent. After God used this blog to show the world our built-in talent. So they were feeling talented and, gifted, and the pastor was trying to steal their destiny and their... In fact, I don't even know how to put it. They even went further to say that everybody that the apostle has helped in the past never amounted to anything. That is how he goes around pretending to help people but stealing their luck. They posted, "Those making negative comments can never understand what we have seen. You continue to send people on scholarships. Show the world the proof of those that have graduated from the scholarship and are doing well for themselves. Nobody can use our stars to ride private jets and expect us to remain quiet. You reason with your brain and stop being negative. Where is the transformer boy he sponsored to Cyprus too? He has returned to Nigeria after he almost died here, and his mother went to prayer house where they told them to return the boy. Things they happen. Who no. Help a poor man and make an enemy. This is the kind of mindset that you would find with this caliber of people. So a man has sent you abroad to school and you couldn't make anything out of it, and you accuse him for your failure to succeed. Wonderful. But these happy boys did not stop there. They went ahead to accuse the apostle of being a sexual predator, a pervert who molests little children. Oh, they were going at it. They were typing, they were posting, they were making videos, dragging the apostle down. Got to the apostle so bad that children that he picked up from nowhere, brushed up and gave an opportunity, spent millions of naira. They didn't contribute a kobo. They have now turned around to humiliate and make caricature of him.
Do you know how many things that came to my head? Especially when the Happy Boys thing happened. Do you know a lot of things that came to my head? I regretted sending them. I regretted so many things. I said, is it that bad? I know how many millions I spent on each of them to travel. The visas, tickets, everything. I regretted. Ticket alone was 2 million. Ticket alone. You know that for school fees. I regretted. When all this has happened, 25 free schools. How many individuals or churches operate 24 free schools in Nigeria? How many is running free hospital? How many people have free restaurant in a university? Why? Why are you trying to discourage me?
Said that helping the Chicken Republic boys is probably one of the worst decisions that he has ever made in his life. He was so downcast with the whole turnout of events and the whole social media charade that it even began to get to his health. He even dropped down and collapsed in a public place at the airport. And while at the hospital, he called on people to say a prayer for him. But these Chicken Republic boys released a post mocking him, making fun of his health predicaments.
See, they don't find you up here. Come on, buddy. You don't pull up for airport. Up here. You don't pull up. Come on, buddy. You dangerous. No, man.
And at this point, the apostle, heavy laden, so sad, placed a curse on the boys. He sent a voice note cursing them, which of course they released to the media. He said,
My heart, I place this curse from the pain in my heart that doing good become evil. Whosoever, no matter who that person is, that I use, you didn't pay 1 kobo, you didn't spend 1 naira. It is from offering and tithe that people drop in the altar. What other pastors use in buying private jet, I say, let me use it to help you. Now I do you good, you use evil to pay me. You will remain poor forever. You can never achieve anything in life. As long as, whether anywhere you are, you will suffer poverty. No, you can never achieve. You can't even buy 1 plot of land. If there's other things, other clothes you've bought, through the money I use in sending you to Cyprus, you will sell those clothes to feed. You will become so wretched.
For some people, they believe that these boys actually deserved what they got. They deserved the curse. How could you be so ungrateful? While for some others, they believe that the man of God, under no circumstance, should have placed the curse in them. What would Jesus do? After all, the Bible that he preaches says, turn the next cheek. If somebody offends you, turn the other cheek. So why place a curse on them? Well, a lot of people do not believe that curses work. But what will unfold in the lives of these 2 gentlemen might give them a rethink. First, they dropped out of school and they began hustling.
You guys should stop coming to our comment section and be saying things that are not reasonable. You guys should calm down. I don't like it, Oga. We don't like it. If now they do move, now they pity us, we still come the island. We they survive, still they happy, still they shoot.
We are just here to tell you guys that we are not under him again. Una no say we don't stop school. Now waiting we just they let una know. You don't understand.
They tried getting shows in small pubs and bars and all of that, but it wasn't working. It wasn't coming. Nobody was booking them. They tried music. It didn't work. They tried comedy skits to no avail. Nobody found them funny or entertaining. Nobody was watching. And then they went back to their signature dancing for entertainment. Oh my God. A lot of people brushed it off. They were not interested. Nothing seemed to be working for these 2 men. Nobody wanted to see anything from them. From the public, it was just hate and negativity.
You know, it's like the whole fault now from us. Made the hate for the Nigeria made less. And na me be the problem, but Muna forgive me. You don't understand? I don't admit my mistakes. I don't fuck up. I don't lose guard. Oh yeah, guys, please, Muna forgive me. Muna find way for una heart. Forgive me. The hate don't too much. This una hate don't make me lose so many things. I don't lose D here up and down. I beg. I don't tire to the lose D.
Next thing, before they could say jack, they got arrested because their permits had expired. They were illegally residing in Cyprus. So they got arrested and detained and they got thrown into prison. They were imprisoned for some time.
Our stay in the country got expired.
If I say they arrest one of you guys,
They arrest 3.
how many days did you guys spend in?
Actually, we spent over 2 weeks in the cell and spent 1 month in the prison. See, freedom, very important.
Do you think Nigerians have forgiven you the way you treated your helper?
No, I don't think so. The support, the love, everything just disappear. I beg Nigerians. Like, we've changed. We've changed. We have realized our mistake and we've learned our lessons.
But you guys are ingrates.
That's the fact.
That you are what?
That we are ingrates. We are sorry for that.
From jail, next thing they knew, they saw themselves on a plane, straight to deportation. They were flung back to Nigeria. with absolutely nothing. Now, back in Nigeria, they had no help, no job. The education, they didn't complete it, so no education, came empty-handed.
Now money they need. You understand? Yes. So them looking for a job, they need money to continue their content creation because they got the create content, because right now they are not making money with content yet. Yeah. They can't even afford clothes. They need a job to buy clothes.
Even their manager, the one that filmed them, that accompanied them there, abandoned them, quit, and said that he doesn't want to have anything to do with them. That they are a bunch of ingrates, very rude. People withdrew all their support. Nobody was watching. Totally frustrated, they started appealing to Nigerians for help, begging people to support their hustle.
Where the love day for the country, the hatred, you don't too
The
much.
hatred don't too much. Hey, Jesus Christ. Now when person kill himself, guy, I'm with the hatred then.
So please, because go like me. I bet everybody, you see, you not support, they didn't know that for the internet.
I love leader, I don't tire for the hate, guys.
Jesus.
And at this point, they knew, they understood that they had to go back to the apostle and plead for forgiveness. Go back to the man whose helping fingers they beat. And so they did.
So we won't go apologize to Papa OPM, and then we go like need your support. We won't go apologize to
Papa OPM.
So we go need your assistance. So we go meet this man of God, so that we go ask for forgiveness, making laying hand for our head, make blessing choke.
When these boys apologized to Pastor Chibuzor, he forgave them. His Royal Majesty, King Apostle Chibuzor, the GO of Omega Power Ministries, hereby forgive happy boys, and I also release them from every curse I placed upon their life and destiny because of Jesus Christ. They still remain my children. From today, anyone that helps happy boys will not inherit happy boys' curses. Remember, he cursed even those that render help to them. But the truth is that despite the apostle have forgiven the boys, he has washed his hands off anything that has to do with them, obviously. He doesn't want any relationship or association with them. Some people have urged the apostle to please give the boys a second chance. These boys are obviously suicidal. Instead of just forgiving them and letting them go, why don't you try help them once again? Give them another chance. They are sorry. If it's the schooling in Nigeria, please help them. If it's the business, if it's supporting their skit career, however way, do not abandon them. You're their father. Please help them. While some others believe that like leopards, ingrates do not change their spots. These boys are only repentant and humble because they didn't make it. Assuming they were successful in Europe, they would never have come back to apologize to the man that they betrayed. They have encouraged Pastor Chibuzor to keep his distance and stay far away from them and do not render any further assistance to them. What do you think about these two positions, and how do you believe that the apostle, as a man of God, should act? Drop all your thoughts down in the comment section. The truth is that many of us are just like the happy boys. Some of us are noble enough to see it, while some aren't. You would quickly notice how easily people forget those who helped them at some point in their lives, especially when they do not have further need for that help, or where that person is no longer in a position to keep rendering the help. It's almost like a sobering reality of human nature. How we conveniently find fault in people that once stood for us. How we move on from people who have supported or sacrificed for us, especially in our low moments. How we develop a sense of entitlement to favors that were rendered to us. How we oftentimes reward kindness and generosity with indifference, or worse, betrayal. Let the story of the happy boys, the Chicken Republic boys, be a point of self and sober reflection for every one of us. That we must never bite the fingers that have fed us. That we need to appreciate and acknowledge kindness given to us, regardless of how little there may be. And to understand that when we demonstrate elements of ingratitude, we do not only mar the relationship that we have with these benefactors of ours, we destroy future opportunities with potential benefactors, because believe me, nobody wants to render assistance to an ingrate. Do drop your thoughts and your comments down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.